What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land. Well, it looks like there is a big change in this holiday season. It looked like the season was jam-packed with, of course, all types of games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You obviously had Xenoblade 3 and Bayonetta 3, and there's just so much more too coming throughout the year. But of course, the one huge title that everyone was waiting for and counting on was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. But of course, we also knew there was a very good chance that it was going to get delayed because Nintendo did state that they were aiming for 2022, and of course, they missed the mark. By a little bit at least. This game is actually planned to now be released in the spring of 2023, which is still a long ways away. Now, the question is Nintendo going to have another game to replace this now? Or is this holiday season already finished and everything that we already know is the only things that we're getting? Well, I don't think that's the case at all, and let me explain why I think there still could be another big game coming this holiday. At first, I was very much on the idea that Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever the next big Mario game was not going to release until sometime next year. And I could potentially be wrong here. Now, I did say we would at least for sure see the game in some capacity this year, whether it be at E3 or the fall Nintendo Direct at the end of the year, but I think it could potentially be sooner. Even though originally I didn't think Breath of the Wild 2 was going to be this year, I did state that if it did not release this year, that there would have to be some type of big first-party Nintendo game still being announced for the Switch at the end of the current 2022 year. And I said that that game could very well be Mario Odyssey. I think Nintendo have been sitting on these two games for a very long time, because as you remember, the Switch started with Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, and it's probably what they're going to start to end the life cycle of the Switch with as well. Another Breath of the Wild 2, and of course another Super Mario Odyssey in the form of Super Mario Odyssey 2, or whatever the next big Mario game is. I actually think there is a very good chance we could see a brand new Mario game at the end of this year. Nintendo could be sitting on these two games, like I said, and was waiting for really Breath of the Wild 2. Maybe Mario Odyssey 2 is already pretty much near completion and they're just waiting for a good time to announce it and obviously release the game as well. I would be very shocked if there's no next big 3D Mario game almost finished with this development cycle. And I think exactly that's what Nintendo was doing. Maybe they had Zelda already slated for 2022, and they said we're going to have to wait a little while longer until we can even announce Mario. So maybe originally they actually had Mario planned for the spring of next year and Zelda for the holiday season of this year. Now they kind of had to swap the two. Maybe now it's Mario's time to shine, and then Zelda gets in the spring once again. But where's the chance that none of them happen and we have to wait until 2023 to get both Mario and Zelda? What happens this year? What other game could Nintendo announce at very last second, which I consider E3 very last second for a game still coming out this year? They easily have done it in the past and they can do it again, but what would this game even be? Well, there's one more game that I've been thinking about a lot. Pikmin 4. No, I'm just playing. That's never happening. But Metroid Prime 4. No, I'm just kidding too. That one's still not happening. But no, seriously. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is probably very close. Remember, Kirby Forgotten Land was actually rumored years before it actually came out. It was rumored that HAL was working on a very big game, a pinnacle of the series, something completely different, and it was going to be a 3D exploration Kirby game, the first that we've ever received. And many people are like, I don't know, this doesn't sound real, and look what we got. And alongside that leak was also a Donkey Kong leak. Now, we don't know if Donkey Kong is 2D or if Donkey Kong is 3D, but we do know Donkey Kong is amongst the games that are going to come eventually, and maybe it's finally time to see what this Donkey Kong game is going to be. Now, I'm not taking any kind of harsh criticism against, Pokemon coming out this year and Xenoblade and Bayonetta. I get it, those are games that people have really wanted, but once again, we still kind of need a big holiday game that's going to appeal to a general audience, and I don't think Xenoblade or Bayonetta is definitely those games, and I just don't see Nintendo continuing to rely on Pokemon almost every year to be the big holiday game. It seems like they've been doing that for the last couple of years. Nintendo themselves need to come out with a general game from them, and I think Donkey Kong or Mario could very well fit that bill. Obviously, we have Mario Kart 8 DLC coming out throughout the year and obviously next year, so that's going to keep, the general fan base happy for a while, at least the Mario Kart fans, but I still think there's got to be something else. But with Zelda delayed, do you think we could definitely see a new Mario game coming sooner than later, or do you think it's just going to have to be another long wait for Mario, Zelda in the spring of next year and Mario in the holiday season of next year? That does sound like a pretty good year, I will admit, but let me know what you think down in the comments down below, and thank you so much for tuning in, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.